Hello and welcome to One Stop Co-op Shop Streamed, your one stop for co-op news and playthroughs. And today we are playing through Fireteam Zero. What's up, Jerry? What's up, Mike?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, I'm in my sleeping robe, so you know things are going to get real. It's a little chilly in my basement.
You know stuff got real when the sleeping robe came on.
That's your Hugh Hefner smoking jacket there.
Is there another word for this? Like, it's not a bathrobe. Is there something else? Night robe? Like,
I would call it a bathrobe.
I'd call it a bathrobe.
Even though you're not in the bath?
Yeah, I know. I don't think I ever take it in the bath even, so.
You've been wearing that for 48 hours straight.
How about a smoking jacket? We could call it a smoking jacket.
Ah, I like that.
I already did.
Oh, well, there you go. That's because
you're
saying smarter than me.
I'm saying you're like Hugh Hefner, except alive.
Oh.
Wow. Stuff just got dark. We're starting early. This is a game about killing people and apparently Go cubes. So so there's that. But
yeah, you're gonna see some. I didn't use miniatures for the enemies because this mod is so dark. Like, I'm just like looking at darkness here. Now, to be fair, the actual game is also very dark, but the like paint they applied to the minis is like the darkest thing I've ever seen. So they basically just blend in with the board. So the white Go cubes are our enemies instead of minis.
Now,
we're going for a full theme here.
And now you know what it's like to play games with Mike in real life, as he substitutes sticks and cubes for and we poke
only
small pieces
only for better playability. Only for better.
Okay,
playability.
I would like to point out that you were gonna see this video with just poker chips here. We made Mike put the miniatures on top of the poker chips at least to.
No, they're not even from a cool game like poker. They were checkers, or they're checkers.
Yes, nice. So.
Okay, all accurate. Beside the point. Can I teach the game now?
Well, let me say hi to everybody first,
know,
and then we'll start. So, hey Ryan, okay. Hey Kanji Studios, Sam T says better change into your killing robe, Mike. Also, nothing wrong with smoking bathrobes. Good luck, guys.
Thanks, and yeah, Derek, good to have you here, and I think Ryan's been joining us multiple times today.
All right,
I think he might have been in.
Before you start your explanation, let's make sure everybody can hear you.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Can you hear me talking?
I don't have you muted this week, so I'm guessing the answer is yes.
Is my audio even slightly in sync with my face? Because that was not the case for the exclusive Patreon video I just posted.
Well, nothing's in sync.
Oh yeah, that was when my internet was bad. I did get I spent some money to buy a upgraded router, so there was that after that video. That is for sure.
Okay, good to know.
He was using a 14.4 modem.
This is Fireteam Zero. It's, if you've heard of Gears of War, the board game, this is often compared to it. This is a solo and cooperative, although with solo you control at least 2 characters, so it's always 2 to 4 characters. It's a kind of like tactical, scenario, objective-based combat game where you are, I think you're like, it's like a mix of like World War II and wizards fighting like demons. So kind of like Wolfenstein-ish a bit.
Hellboy, man. Hellboy, like my back.
Or sure, yeah, actually, he does have some Hellboy as well, because I think you're like have some investigators and stuff, and you're part of some like special group. Except you don't have special powers. You're just got some guns.
Oh, I have special powers.
You have knife powers. So yeah, you play different scenarios. Technically, the scenarios are grouped into 3 mission campaigns. Like narratively they're grouped and enemy-wise they're grouped, and it kind of builds. But there's no like actual memory from scenario to scenario. So you can play scenario 1, lose it horribly, and go to scenario 2. You could jump right to scenario 5. Like there's literally nothing that continues over. In fact, like some scenarios require certain classes, and you might not have used them in the previous scenario. So like you literally couldn't take the same team into the next scenario. So it is very much a one-off game, but with sort of the trappings of a campaign, if you want to treat it that way. So yeah, we're going to get in. I'll kind of explain the basics. So if you look at the board, which I see Peter's hand, the boards are generally made up of 4 of these big tiles, and then those tiles are divided into little spaces. Some of the spaces have an icon in the upper left, and also have like kind of a different colored border and like different art on them. That shows the type of terrain. In the scenario we're playing, there are just 2 types of terrain. This basically everything is difficult terrain, so it costs more to enter.
This purple one.
And yeah, and then purple is cover, which helps you suffer less damage from range attacks. Although basically every enemy in this mission is melee, so it's not super important either.
We also have blank terrain, I guess. So yes,
correct. Yes, we have some blank terrain. Yes, the absence of terrain is itself a terrain, I guess.
That's deep now.
And we've got 2 objective cards over here to the left of the board. They have some flavor text, and then they have like check marks on the side, which is how many times you have to do something. The main one is this Repair the Ferry. There are 12 recon cards. There's always 12 recon cards, and they correspond to, you can see right next to Peter's hand, the spawn points. There's 12 spawn points on the board. And basically, we can flip those over to search those locations. Each spawn point can be searched once per game. That's why it gets flipped, so you can tell you can't search it anymore. And each time you do that, you draw a recon card. And we're trying to find 2 specific recon cards out of 12, which, is one of the things I don't love about the game, the fact that the cards we need could be the first 2 or it could be the last 2. We don't know. And then also in this mission, we need to acquire specimen samples. It says the only part that really matters is the flavor text here. Or not, sorry, the mechanical text.
I was about to say, the only part that matters is the flavor text. Wow,
I'm down for that.
It threw me off. Usually it's the other way around, right? The italics are the flavor text. It says if a monster is killed in Henry's location, that's one of the 2 people that help us, because no matter how many players you have, you always have 2 helpers. If we kill a monster in his location by an attack that inflicts no more than 1 excess damage, so we don't completely blow the monster up, we have to place a token on this card. If we do that 3 times, we've completed this one. So we have to barely kill a monster while Henry's with us on the monster's space 3 times, and we have to find the 2 specific recon cards. And then we have to all get to the exit, which is marked. It's up in the upper right, Peter.
Yep.
With this little kind of diamond-ish icon. So if all of us are there, when all those things are done, we win.
So what I'm hearing is I shouldn't attack anybody where Henry is, because I'm just going to kill some stuff. And I can't barely kill stuff. I can't control my fury. Is really what's going on here.
I mean, I know you're furious in real life, so I think just bring it into the game and we'll win. So the loss condition is this lucky coin. So monsters will. This is. So monsters. This is a game where monsters always spawn. Literally, for each monster we kill, another monster will spawn at the end of the round. The one benefit is that they might spawn far away and they don't attack us that round, but there is literally no other benefit to killing monsters. So it's very much about just killing them tactically while we run through the mission trying to complete the objectives. But if one of us is totally killed, we flip the lucky coin to its not so lucky spot anymore, and that person gets knocked down, but they're not actually dead. They can stand back up. If somebody gets killed while we have no lucky coin, face up, then we lose the game. So basically, to start, we have 2 deaths before we lose, but there are recon cards that will flip it back to its good side. There are also recon cards that'll flip it to its death side.
What?
So,
wow,
yeah, that's not great.
For
so
no reason.
We don't, knock on wood, we don't.
Now,
get
what are
these
these supposed to look like? Can I get 1 miniature, please? Did you delete them all?
Yeah, here.
What are we fighting against here? I have no concept of.
Go pieces.
There you go. This is the actual animal.
Oh, that's not bad.
Really? Here, look away and look back and see if you can spot.
Look away, look back. Now look at me. Now look away.
Look at your man. Look at me. Look at the corrupted animal. Look at me.
See him. Maybe in the green it's easy.
It's fine.
I mean, again, they'll be all over the board. I think the go pieces are a billion times easier, but if you guys really want to use the miniatures,
we'll leave this here as a reference.
As a reference point.
This is a reference for what he. Ryan says, by the way, no disintegration. So there is that. No disintegration.
I mean, I want to disintegrate them. The game just doesn't let us.
Barely disintegration. How about that? Sam.
We can't after we kill 3.
Sam says, if I own Gears of War, should I hunt this one down? I guess I'll watch and see. And also at the end, we're going to give you our final thoughts too, as people who've actually played it today.
Well, this one's out of print, right? I mean, it only had that.
This one is. Both games are kind of defunct, but this one is easier to find. You can still find copies in retail of this Gears of War. Good luck.
Yeah, that one's been out of print for a while. I have Gears of War right over there. I see it on my shelf.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of games that follow behind Gears of War that you don't really need Gears of War, unless you're.
Yeah, I mean, I
Gears of War.
I will say this: as of the last time I played this, I would put this slightly above Gears of War. But let's see what happens in this game, and maybe I'll change my mind again because I keep on because my review of this one was a little bit more negative, and then I played it some more, and I kind of got a bit more positive, and I don't really know. All right, so the first thing we do is we determine the start player. We skip that on the first round, so it's just a little start player token, and we'll just we'll call this clockwise and just move it to the right. Now we are going to pick these cards to give each of our characters a special ongoing power, but we'll get to that in a second. Then we can play a tactical response, and then we draw to a hand of 5. So go ahead and draw to a hand of 5, guys, and then I can talk about kind of what the cards. Yeah, shuffle your action deck, draw 5 cards.
Oh, I should have shuffled first.
And here, I'll go to
everybody
Peter.
go to diamonds.
Yeah, good idea. So we can see each other's hands.
Why does Jerry only have 3 cards?
Jerry didn't like how he drew his cards, so he's putting them back and then reshuffling.
Well, I didn't.
But very slowly.
Here we go. That's fine.
Oh,
Just
okay.
Mike, you can come to my cards. We don't have to watch Jerry.
Okay. All right. So, each of the cards has kind of 2 main parts. The top part is used for attacking. The bottom part is used for like special abilities. Most of those are reactions that are used on another player's turn or during a monster's turn. So almost all of them are like cooperative, helpful abilities. Okay, but then again, the top part is just attacking. Now, Peter doesn't have any, neither does Jerry, so I'll show one of these. There is a special type of card. I think we each have 3 of these in our entire deck. That is called Tactical Response and says Tactics on the side and has kind of the green background. So how it works is, at the beginning of each turn, we have the Tactics phase before we draw up. A single player can choose to play 1 Tactics card, but that player will not draw up to 5 cards. Okay? And just like Gears of War, cards are not only like the things that let you do cool stuff, but they are also your life. But unlike Gears of War, you do fully heal to 5 cards at the start of each round. You will always go back to 5 cards unless you are the single player that chooses to play a tactical response. We don't have to play any tactical responses, but they are friggin' absurd. Like, you'll see my satchel charge. Kill up to 4 minions and elites anywhere on the battlefield. Just 1, 2, 3, 4 enemies anywhere, dead. So, they are powerful.
No, that doesn't
effects.
count toward our Henry killing, though, I assume.
It does if they are in his space. It says whenever a minion is killed.
Well, it says by an attack.
So. Oh, you're right. Never mind. It is not an attack. Good call. But to go back to the actual card, so how the turn structure goes after we've drawn our action cards is in order, clockwise. So starting with me in this case, then Jerry, then Peter, and then Jerry would be first player next round. We can move, and we can do an action, and your movement is 2 spaces unless something says otherwise. But the challenging terrain, the ones with the like kind of orangish sort of swirl, yeah, all around us, they take 2 movement to enter. So right now would be your entire move just to get into one of those.
Because I'm going to kill a corrupted animal.
Have something that boosts your movement.
I'm all right with that.
All right. So you can move before or after you take your action. And actually, can you intersperse your action? You know what? Let me check that real quick. But the main 2 actions you will take, it's really just 2 actions, are attacking, so you can attack once per turn, or you can search one of the recon locations if you're in one of those spawn locations and flip the token over. So that's like basically it. You attack, or you
search,
or you recon. Yeah, you search. Let me just check real quick.
So are they going to spawn at all of these places every turn?
So we roll a d12 to randomize where they spawn whenever we kill them. So they might be like right next to you again. They might be the furthest away from you possible.
Oh, so wait, when we kill them, they just immediately respawn. There's no like spawning phase for spawning new ones. Like it'll just be these same 5 over and over. So...
No. So the spawn phase is the last thing of the turn, so they will not activate the turn we kill them. They will not bother us at all. So it is still valuable to kill them just to kind of get them
out of your
way. But there will
be exactly 6 at all times. Got it. Okay.
Correct.
All right, I missed that.
Yeah, now if you look to the right, there's a reserve pool. So based on like event cards and other scenario effects, extra monsters, in this case a corrupted human who is way tougher than the basic corrupted animals. A
different colored go piece.
So he will come in at some point, but since he's from the reserve pool, if we kill him, he stays dead. And there are also like scenarios with full-on bosses. But yes, the basic spawning units will always
they'll just go to this
come back at the end of the turn.
All right.
Gotcha.
All right. So I still can't find the action thing, so I'll enter it later. But anyway, so movement, you got attacking. So each card you have in the upper left, the range of the card, the type of attack it is, and the number of dice you roll by playing that card. Okay, so looking at Peter's, so this is 2 dice. It's a ballistic attack, range 0, which means the same space as you. So
where do you see ballistic attack?
Whereas between...
Oh,
the bullet.
The bullet. Oh, okay.
Look at between
this
the ribs.
is a fist. This is it. I got
That is a melee attack. Range 0, 2 dice. This is a 1 range.
Ballistic attack. Got it.
3 dice bullet. And then here, look over at Jerry. He's got a grenade, explosive. That's the last type of attack. Yeah, you got a lot of them. Wow. And I got a lot of grenades because that's my character's entire thing. So, when you want to make an attack, you play as many cards as you want that are all of the same type and all of which have the enemy in range.
Okay.
Okay? So, like, if Peter wanted to really go hard against an enemy in his space, he could play, like, a point blank and a point blank and a bullseye. Because the guy's in his space, the fact that bullseye is up to 1 range does not mean it can't be used against a 0 range enemy. And he would roll 7 dice, although I know the max is, like, however many are in here, I think. Oh, great. Let's delete the bowl. We don't need no bowl. Yes, I believe the max is, 8 dice. That's right. So 8 is the most you can roll on a single attack. Now, the dice are custom, and you are looking for the icons matching the type of attack you made. Each icon you have is one, like, potential damage against the enemy, because like Gears of War, this is like an all-or-nothing attack system. So to explain briefly, fists are on almost every side, but not a lot of them. Bullets are in the middle. Explosions are not on very many sides, but you usually get a lot of them. So explosions tend to be very swingy, like all or nothing. Fists tend to be consistent, but can't really deal very high damage.
So fists are the best for barely killing somebody.
Well, yeah, fists are excellent, and they also mean that you're in their space. So those are kind of the basics of combat. And again, you can only do 1 action per turn. So if you attack, that's like your 1 attack per your turn. Any questions about that, guys? Now let's look at how damage is dealt. And again, it's going to be the corrupted animals like 99% of the time, except for when the 1 corrupted human comes out. So upper left is their health and armor. The 2, amount of damage you need to do in a single attack to kill them. The 1 next to fist and 1 next to bullet. The extra damage you need to deal if using those types of attacks. So I would need to deal 3 damage with a fist, 3 damage with a bullet, 2 damage with an explosion attack.
Yep.
Make sense? Now, the other stuff is how they activate. Because what happens is, at the end of our turn, we activate all the monsters in whatever order we want. So that's the amount they move. And they ignore all terrain, so they can just run right in the difficult terrain and stuff. The amount they attack for in their range, so they roll 2 dice. It's a ballistic attack. And they have 0 range, so they have to be in your space. Now, what happens is, for each enemy you activate, you roll this special activation die. Half the time, it's going to show a little moving monster. That increases their movement by 1 that turn. So there'll be 3 instead of 2. 1/3 of the time, on 2 of the faces, you'll get the kind of Chalice of Doom. That, in this case, increases their attack range by 1. This is unique for each enemy. So suddenly they can do a 1 ranged attack. And then there is a single blank face.
You roll it once for all of the monsters?
No. You roll it as each enemy activates. So it is slightly like fiddly
really
to resolve.
Interesting.
But it does mean that... I know. And then finally, they have special power. In this case, these guys, if you kill them with bullets or bombs, everyone in their location takes 1 unblockable damage, which is just, again, discarding a card from your hand. So, like, and same thing if they attack you. So let's say they attack Peter. They would do no damage because they were looking for bullets. But for each bullet they had rolled, Peter would have to discard 1 card from his hand. You can go to 0 cards, but if you have to go below 0 cards, that's when you get knocked down. We flip our lucky penny. If it's already flipped, we lose the game.
Gotcha.
So you want to keep some cards for defense if you think you might be the one they attack. They do go for the nearest person, so you can kind of plan that out a bit. Now, we've got the 2 specialists who have kind of like the tan bases. Anytime any of us move, we can take one of them with us, or both of them. They must always be on a space with one of us, so we cannot, like, leave them behind. They are totally unaffected by enemies. Like, they're basically just with us. But they do give bonuses. Patrick, who is the guy not with his hand out in front of him, if you're within 1 range of him, you can search as a free action. So that means you can attack and search on your turn, or search twice if you happen to move, so that happens.
Can you
Searching
move
again
twice
is flipping
if you don't
over the
attack?
spawns. Nope. You always
I
can
just
move
feel like
and do
we're
an
going to be
action.
doing a whole lot of nothing
first.
this first turn. Like, whoever goes first will do stuff, and, like, the rest of us won't.
Well, there are lots of cards on the bottom. Like lots of the bottom effects will let somebody ignore difficult terrain and that kind of stuff.
But yeah, you have to move.
And then Henry, you can move and then do the action. You can do the action and then move. I still have to find if you can do one move. Not that it'll apply this turn, probably. Do one move, do the action, and then move again. I think you can, but I'm going to check. So Henry gives us a free reroll of 1 attack die whenever you attack if you're within range 1 of him. And I'll note that since our mission wants Henry to be in spaces and then us to not overkill enemies, you can even reroll like a hit to try to get fewer hits to make that work out for you. All right. So that's pretty much it. The most like kind of cool part of the game is the bottom effects, and they will tell you when they react. So they'll say ally, which means it's on an ally's turn, and then it kind of gets more specific. Or they'll say monster. So like here, looking at Peter's, his hip shot special ability on both his point blank cards says within range 1 of monster, so it has to be a monster within range 1 of Peter, not within range 1 of anybody else. Play before an ally performs a bullet attack to increase their attack strength by 2. Okay? So, like, you could help out one of us if we're doing a bullet attack if you're within range 1 of the monster, even if we are, like, with Jerry, who has long range sometimes.
Oh, that's within range 1 of a monster.
Away. Correct. It's always measured from you to whatever it says.
It's just weird because I'm affecting an ally. That's why I was so confused when reading it.
Yep. So it's like you're also shooting the monster with them, basically. And like navigation here, you have to be within 2 of the ally. Play when an ally is moving to allow them to move 1 additional space, ignoring difficult terrain.
3 spaces. So how about moving into this, by the way? We never talked about moving into cover. Is that...
Oh, it's the same to move into. If somebody attacks you from outside of that space, a ranged attack, then it's -1
But it's
die.
still 2 to move into.
No, it's 1 to move into. Only orange is 2 to move into. There's just a lot of it in this.
Well, I don't know. Peter has problems with doors, so maybe the cover should cost him 2.
Yes, I will pay an extra 1 whenever I'm moving.
Fair enough.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right.
So that's that's pretty much it. The one extra thing, the game does ramp up. So over here you have the threat track and the twist cards. So at the end of every turn, before we activate the enemies and before we spawn, after we activate the enemies, we're going to move this up 1. Whenever it reaches one of these spots, we flip the leftmost unflipped twist card. These are unique powers to this like group of enemy. The base game has 3 different kind of like forces of enemies with their own unique twist decks. And we have half of them in play here, 4 out of 8. It'll usually boost them in consistent ways. Like they'll all have +1 armor for the rest of the game, or they'll all have +1 life, or they'll do +1 damage, or that kind of stuff. So they are pretty terrible, so you don't want to waste time.
Can we find this miniature, please? This...
No, I deleted them all.
None?
They're gone. But they look like this.
Well, great. Thanks. That is much appreciated. All right, Mike, why don't you go ahead and take the first turn? Let's get rolling.
Well, so we all need to pick our single focus cards. You have 6 focus cards. Going to take a minute to look at them. And if you have any questions about what it means, let me know. And you're going to pick one of them. The other 5 you can delete. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, bomb attacks hit everyone in the given space,
Friendlies,
including
like
allies or yourself.
Case.
Yeah. But 1 bomb attack will hit everybody, so that can be nice.
So for the creatures, where it says it takes 1 extra bullet to kill them, is that bullet resistance?
Correct. Yeah, that is resistance. Correct. So by the way, I can get, the ones I'm looking at, I can get +1 range in all my bomb attacks, which is the majority of my deck. I can make it so I can choose to only hit 1 target, in case like I'm attacking somebody in your space. I'm also kind of a healer, so I can get one that as an action, if I don't attack, I can let somebody in my location draw 2 cards. So that sounds pretty good. Oh, I also have a field tourniquet. Once per mission, I can just flip the lucky coin as an action. You guys want me to go more bomby or more healy?
Probably healy for this one, right? Because we don't want to bomb stuff.
That's a good point. All right, I'll get the I'll get the lucky coin one. Just give us a little get out of dodge.
That way, if they come, which basically means after they attack me, I can perform an action against them. Basically, I can attack them back. So hopefully we can get rid of some stuff if Henry's around.
All right, I just reduced bullet resistance by 1.
Nice. Yeah, by the way, Peter, if you didn't notice, the only type of attack that the guys don't explode on and do damage to people in their space is melee, so...
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, is that their special power? Ah.
Yes.
Yeah, at the bottom it says if they are killed by bullets or bombs.
You can...
All right.
Yep, go ahead.
So we cannot play a tactical response on the first turn because the tactics comes before the draw phase. We actually didn't draw these 5 cards until step 3 of the turn. And now we go into my turn. So,
do we have any special stuff on our character?
Everyone take a second to look at your actions, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
We don't have any special stuff on our character. It just tells us what our cards are more likely to be.
Correct.
Okay.
No.
Right,
There's nothing at all. I'm just seeing... looks like I have a bunch of things. I have one thing that can boost a bullet attack, and then I have things that reduce monster attacks. So I'm not going to worry about that.
For 3, right?
All right, so I will... Well, I
don't
think I can
for 3 right here.
I do have a haymaker. Oh, yeah, look at that. All right. So, sure. So I will move first into here. I'm not going to do the recon yet until I kill the guy. Do you want me to bring the guys with me? Or do you want somebody going
Henry
towards a more central
so
location?
So we can kill that dude and...
All right, I'll bring Henry and I'll leave Patrick with y'all. All right, so yeah, I'll do a 3-punch and hope it's enough.
Have reroll. Don't forget, because
Henry. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do 5 then because I need 3 to hit them because of their 1 armor.
Well, right. But you said they all have 1 fist on them, basically. Why would you do 5?
There are misses. There are sides with no fists, at least.
And there's one with 2.
Can I make the choice for my turn, or you tell me how to play the game?
Tell them how to play.
Like, dude, if I don't do it, then that's fine. But let me play. All right, so I got... 5. I'm going to re-roll this one with Henry's power.
Boom.
Yay!
There we go. Got 4, so perfect. I do not beat it by more than 1, which means we get to put... I have no idea where the tokens are. Here. Oh, do you? Oh, great. All right, so we collected our first sample. That guy goes to the spawn pool to be rolled at the end of the turn. And because I'm within 1 of Patrick, I can also take a search as a free action, which I will do. So I flip that over, and I draw the top recon card. Combat prowess. You step over the creature's corpse with a smile. It never had a chance. You think you may be getting used to this. That's oddly appropriate to the situation. So I get to draw a card for free. Some of these are nice. Some of them are not nice. All right. So that is my turn.
So why is drawing a card for free good?
It's health.
Because now if I got attacked, I would have 4 cards of health instead of 3 to survive until the end of the turn when I would get back to 5 anyway.
Oh.
Or if I wanted to use a tactical card, because I have 2 great tactical cards in my hand, I could do it and have more cards next turn.
I'm going to...
All right, so go ahead, Jerry.
Hold on. Jerry, do you want to kill this dude? I can move you further.
Yeah, I'm going to kill him.
I can move you further if you want, because I really have nothing to do on my turn.
Well, I can move you further on your turn.
Okay.
So I can destroy this guy, and then you can move in.
Well, let's not get really close to all the enemies and get, like, 5 attacks on you and die.
The goal is to not do that.
Yes.
So do you...
I'll take him with
Do you want any help, Jer, or no? Or, I mean, help moving or attacking?
Nah, I think I'm good. Do I want to use the bullet? Sure, I'll use the bullet.
So what's breath control? If you don't move on your turn, increase the attack strength by 1. Oh, nice.
All right, so I did check, by the way, and...
the wrong one. Hold on. That's not the one.
Well, if you know what it is, it's fine. You can indeed move a single space, do your action, move another space. I just verified that.
Hold on. There we go. I wanted Deadeye.
Anybody in the chat, Peter, while
I've
Jerry's
been
doing his
keeping
stuff?
an eye on it. It's been quiet tonight. There's plenty of people out there watching. It's just quiet. They were enthralled by your rules explanation and my alpha gaming.
So I roll 4 dice, right?
Yes.
Dice, and I get to re-roll 1 because I'm.
You're within 1,
and
correct?
I'm shooting at that guy. Okay.
Oh, and you reduced their resistance by 1.
I did 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, he's toast.
He bloated up.
Nice job.
Just.
Oh, we're switching them into miniatures?
They're miniatures
well, he's
for
dead,
now.
So it's not going to be there. All right,
that is true.
That's it for me.
Oh, we don't get a second one there. All right, so you're gonna give me.
What did Did Peter want to give you a?
No, I can give him a move, and he can
get here.
Get there and do a search.
Gotcha. I don't want to move in the building. That costs me an extra move because can't open doors.
That's right.
It's not a rule of the game. It's a rule of us.
All right. So ignore difficult terrain.
So should I bring Homie G with me, or we'll leave him back with you?
It's pretty much always good to get them further.
Does it just ignore terrain, or is it +1 movement also?
Why did I move here? I should have moved here.
Go for it.
That's fine. Nothing's happened yet, so we don't mind.
I mean, I guess that puts me
cheater.
Enemies, but...
It just lets you ignore. It just lets you ignore.
Right, yeah, I have ones that give you plus movement.
And by the way, Peter, yours does not let them ignore difficult terrain for all 3 moves. The single additional space.
But I could give him one. He could have ignored this terrain and then moved, or ignored this terrain and then moved to here or whatever. Yeah. All right.
Correct. Yes, he could.
Well, Jerry, did you want... Oh, but if he did that, I wouldn't have been in range of his. Is that right? Oh, no, I would have. Did you want to be here?
No, but then I'd be... If they... Well, I guess we'd have a turn to deal with it, but no, I'm good work.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm looking at my cards like I'm going to punch something. I'm not punching anything. I'm spawning. I'm flipping a spawn point.
So you did something on
your
turn.
That's this, right?
Yep.
All right. A harbinger of flock. A foul wind blows over you, carrying with it the stench of decay. The sound of wings rise to a deafening roar, and the light dines and hundreds of small...
Dims?
It dines.
It dines on your flesh.
As hundreds of small, shallow swallows pass over. All right, shadows. I'm sorry. I've lost it. I've lost it now. As hundreds of small shadows pass over you, when the light returns, you find yourself surrounded by dead crows. Well, that's not creepy. If the lucky coin is face up, flip it down. Well, F that. What? For no reason.
Yep. Hey guys, I got a field tourniquet.
I mean, but then we could just flip another card that's like, flip it down.
Yep. Hey, it's only one event. You can always take it out. There are about like 30 of them. So
Kanji Studio says, mesmerized by the awesomeness that is Mike, Jerry, and Peter. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Eric.
I am mesmerized by my own awesome reading. Is really where I'm mesmerized. All right, where are we going?
All right. So we are now activating monsters. It usually doesn't matter that much, so I'll just say like left to right. So here,
okay.
I'll roll, Peter, or you want to roll? Yeah, I'll roll because I think if you move them, they'll see them move. You know what I mean? All right, that one first.
Moves
All
2.
right, so it has +1 range, so move it 2, which means it will attack Peter.
Oh, son of a donkey. After a monster attacks you may perform an attack action against the monster as a reaction. Heck yeah, I will. All right.
Oh, that's true. It doesn't
I was looking to see if it had to be melee.
Yeah. So go and roll 2 dice, Peter, and see if either of them has a bullet.
Oh, he's attacking me with bullets?
Or how many? How many?
Oh.
Correct. So 2 damage, so discard 2 cards of your choice.
Whoa. Oh.
Oh, and I should look. I know I had some defensive things, but I think you have to be too close. I could have reduced an attack.
I am now going to attack back with the 3 ranged. Because...
Nice, dude.
That just happened. Boom! Boom, boom, boom! Let me hear you say wayo. Wait, you replaced them with the...
All right, so... Dude, the entire game is about positioning around. I can't see where they are otherwise. Just, for me, even if you like it, let me use those. All right, that guy is moving 2 and then has range. Now, by the way, that is 1. That's diagonal, so he's going to attack you as well, Peter.
Move diagonal?
Yeah. These are adjacent. Sorry, I should have said.
Well, hold on. Let me discard different cards then. Wait, we might lose the game right here if I get hit.
Yeah, well, this is why I didn't want to move ahead.
For more than 2.
Well, don't get hit
I
by
probably shouldn't have countered attack there. That now seems like a bad decision.
Well, here, say you didn't.
Too late.
We'll put this guy back, and then if you survive this attack, you can... No, it's not too late. You know that you can move diagonal. It's fine. So, if this guy does not kill you, counterattack him. Unless there's another one that can reach you. Which
I did not counterattack the first one, but I got rid of my fisties. Because I definitely want to shoot some stuff. All right, so he's attacking me for 2 dice again? Is that what it was?
Yep.
Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die.
2 more. So there you go. Now you can counterattack.
So nobody else can reach me for sure?
Yeah. No, this guy is 4 away, so 3 move or 2 attack in 1 range.
So
would not be enough.
We'll just say that I killed him instead.
All right, sounds good. All right, and the guy north right. Is just moving 2. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I think we're all 4 away, so whatever. He'll just kind of do that. And then last one. Wow. 50% of the time they get +1 move and did not get it for anybody. Which
yeah, because if he had gotten +1 move, he would have been able to attack you.
Okay, so now we spawn.
No, because Peter, it's either +1 range or +1 move. Yep. So now we spawn. So here, I'll tell you guys. First one is, and by the way, I have them in like sets of 3. If you didn't notice, first one is on 9.
That's 6.
Oh, that's a 6. First one is on 6.
6 also.
Second one is on 6. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just bomb them. Last one's on 8. Oh, yeah, baby. I got a grenade with their names on it.
All right, this Henry thing.
And that's it. So now we go.
Too easy.
So now I'm first.
So wait, hold on. Tactical card. Do you guys want me to play my satchel charge and kill 4 minions anywhere on the board?
Save that for the bad guy, the elite, because it'll work.
He's got a second one, dude. Doesn't he?
That's true. Although I mean,
oh wait, do we draw up to 5?
Yeah, we draw. Well, not yet. After we do this, we draw up to 5. I can also play my other one, which lets all other heroes draw to a hand size of 7 this round. Or I could kill 4 guys right now. What do y'all think?
I mean, there's lots of enemies here, but that's up to you guys.
I mean, if I did the 4 guys, I would kill 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I can bomb both of those guys.
Both of those guys.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
so
actually, Mike, why don't you focus on killing that with hand-to-hand so you can get the Henry
We want guys on the board, right?
Well, I can't get in there.
Unless I take my turn to move over here and let you... if I'm within 2 spaces of you, I can help you move there.
You are within 2 spaces of him.
When do I have to play it on his turn?
All right, well, then I'm going to let... So you're saying don't play anything. All right, I'll just draw a card. All right, so go ahead, everybody. Draw up to 5.
I did not say don't play anything. I'm fine with whatever you want to do, man.
I mean, the only attacks I have are bomb attacks. So if I use it on that guy at 0 range, I would not only hurt myself with my own attack, I would also take 1 damage from his acid blood. But either way, Jerry, you're first.
All right, so I'm going to shoot, and I'm going to use 2 grenades.
Yep, and that's within range 2,
or should
so
I
you're
do
good.
3?
It's up to you, dude.
Whatever. Oh, but if I lose all my health,
I'll jump ahead of you, Jerry.
We're going.
I'll run ahead of you, so that I'll tank for us.
Wait a minute. How much health does he take? He only takes 2, so I need 1. When. I'll use 2.
All right.
Here we go. 2 dice and a reroll.
I don't even know what I got here. Whoa, 6 fist. What the?
Boom.
Nice. So they are both dead. Because again, they needed 2 damage. They have no armor against, no resistance against grenades, and grenade attacks hit everyone in that.
Oh wait, that attacks 2 spaces away.
Are you going to go for this guy, Mike?
Oh wow.
He has it's like a launch grenade. What do you say, Peter?
Are you going to take out that guy, or can you not hit him?
Yeah, I won't be able to do it in such a way that I get us another sample, but I can certainly throw a grenade at him
and do whatever, right?
Yeah.
And Jerry, I'm going to come over here and work on finding these 2. I'm gonna work.
Well, just realize if you come over there, Peter, both of these guys are going to attack you.
Oh, I'm going to kill that guy
if you don't kill him. Okay, but both these guys are going to attack you with whatever cards you have left after you kill that guy.
Doesn't seem likely that I'm going to survive that, does it?
All right.
That's unless we're here to help you. So maybe we focus on the left side of the board first, Peter. You don't have to go over there.
All right.
Anyway,
I'm done.
You're done, Jerry? All
right, the only other thing I can do is just walk here and do nothing.
Oh, you can't shoot this guy before you walk away? You don't have any 1 range attacks?
I guess there's not. I guess he won't attack this turn. Sure, I will shoot him before I go. Because I am that spiffy. Sure. I'll attack with 5 dice. 2 plus 3 is 5, since I don't need the Henry thing. I mean, I really should have gone with Henry, honestly, because I...
Well, I'm going to move to where Jerry is, so I'll kind of centralize him a bit more. But yes, Henry should be with you since you're good at melee attacks. I fully agree.
Yeah, that's dead. 4, 6 damage. Boom.
Yep.
All right, so I'm just going to move here, I guess.
All right, and I'm going to move 1, 2 to be with Jerry. And I'll bring Henry with me, so we're almost all within one of him. And Sarge died. And he died again. We appreciate your sacrifice, Sarge. And then nobody can reach me, and I can't help you with my cards. All right, so I'm just going to go for broke. Oh, no, that's right, because I might play a...
what is wrong with Sarge?
Turn, potentially. I'll do a...
This is going to drive me crazy.
Yeah, I'll do a 3 explosive attack on the guy.
Oh, this guy.
And 4 grenades. Ooh. He is dead.
Wow, nice.
Get out of here.
Dude, we're just mowing people down left and right.
This is a mission of mowing because they are not very strong. All right, so we activate our first threat advances. We're 1 away from our first twist.
Actually,
okay, so first guy on that space is moving 3. So 1, 2, 3, or 3. Where do we want him?
Down below, I think, right?
All right, and other guy is only moving 2. So 1, 2.
Sure.
Seem good? All right. And spawn in. 2 in the upper left. 4. 12 in the bottom right corner. And 12 again. I like that.
They seem not close to us, so that's good.
Yeah, we got a little bit of breathing room, sort of, except for...
Well, we
want
much, I guess. We want Henry to kill these guys. Like, all right, so what are my things? Let's see. Tactical response. Move 2 spaces, ignoring difficult terrain. Kill all minions and elites in your starting location and each location entered. Can somebody bring Henry to me? Oh, I'm first. That sucks.
Well,
don't forget, a tactical response is played during the tactics phase, immediately.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So would any of us like to play a tactics? I don't think mine are... I mean, unless you want me to use my 4 kill thing, I can kill all the guys that are near us and just leave the 12s, and we can just focus on searching this turn.
So...
Yeah, but they just come back.
Ignoring different...
At least now we know where they are.
Kill all minions and elites. Does that count as an attack? What's Henry's?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I'll just use it as a 6 punchy punch.
So...
Mine's just do 12 damage in my space.
Oh, and a sector is the entire tile, by the way. Yeah, so not quite as good as my satchel charge, but can also do more damage.
All right, let's draw up.
Alrighty. Yep, so nobody's playing a tactic again. How do I get...
I assume nobody has something to give me +2 move. Dr. Dan...
I do have something that at the end of your turn, Peter, would let me move into your space.
At the end of my turn?
Feels helpful. Yeah, like at the end of your turn, I can play this card if you're within range 1 to move into your space and give you a card.
Unfortunately.
No. Well, I gotta imagine Jerry's got 2 range to kill that guy, right?
Henry in there at some point, right? Like...
Yeah, I don't know if this is the turn for that. I mean, we're kind of gonna get ganked by a lot of guys, right?
Well, I can stop everybody, all bad guys in one space from moving.
Okay. I think I've got the exact same thing.
I mean, the nice part would be to clump them up and then bring Henry in there and just frickin' mow him down. Can we decide who they attack if we're all in the same space?
If we're equidistant,
maybe the idea is to all get in the same spot.
Actually, let me double check that.
And
I think so.
have each of them attack us once, not worry about killing them, and then just kill them all with Henry there.
Never mind, I'm wrong. They prefer the one earliest in turn order.
Me. I say no. Let's not do that. Although theoretically, if you get to my space with Henry, I can counterattack one and kill them potentially. So that's another potential thought.
Sure. I mean, again, like I'll definitely try to get Henry, but I think it might make more sense for you to come towards us.
Well, yes. Should I go in here?
Around, maybe. I don't know.
I can't get there. Can anybody help me get there? Like ignore terrain or whatever.
I got nothing like that.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just come to you guys.
Hey, we're all one big happy family.
So you guys can
again.
take the free whatever guy, free search guy.
Yeah.
Actually, you could go here and here theoretically, I guess.
Well, Henry's the free search guy. The other guy's the reroll guy, right?
No, Henry's the reroll guy.
No, Henry is attacking with the fire power in front of his face.
So Dr.
Right,
Hand says
one guy
definitely kill all the
activating.
guys, by the way.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think we should have, but y'all said no, so now we're in a dangerous position, and that'll be fun. I mean, I could move up here, do a free search on 8, throw a bomb at one of these guys. My other card will stop the other one from activating. But I am within range of like 5 guys attacking me.
You do have the coin thing, so maybe flipping the lucky coin wouldn't be the worst thing either.
That would be instead of attacking.
No,
Is that what you want
I
me to do?
didn't realize that.
I mean,
I'm full of cards right now.
I was going to move up to 3.
Okay, well, if you move up to 3, you'll take the heat from those 2 guys, as long as you think you can survive that. And I can do the plan.
Well, he could potentially kill some of those, too, if he's got long enough range attacks.
So I'll move here first.
Well, yeah.
Second, I want to see what the heck this thing is. Right? This is my...
Or he did...
I mean, I don't need to. No, we have more flexibility. He has his power if he's within 1, so I'm fine with that. All right, so then I'll flip this, and hopefully it's not bad. Oh, it's one of the ones we need. Fairy fuel. The fuel shed is a wreck. Something burst through the east wall, making it lean dangerously to one side. A fuel can is visible, so you risk entering. Unfortunately, oh god, pulling it from the shelf unbalances the precarious shed and it collapses on you. You're pinned. Worse, the noise has attracted attention. Okay, you are ambushed by a corrupted animal. That means we place an extra one down, and it attacks me immediately. You may not move or perform action until another hero frees you by spending an action in this location. When you are freed, place an intel token on the objective.
So we spawn a new one, completely new.
I believe so. I don't think we would... Let me hear. Hold on. I'm right in the ambush section here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case. And I'm really glad we didn't kill the enemies. I think that was a good choice.
I agree.
I guess theoretically...
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, this is a little bit good. Select the one furthest away from your location. So it is... Basically, one of the guys from 12 comes over here, but we don't have a new one, at least. All right, so he's attacking me.
Well, no... Oh, yeah.
For 1 damage.
Yeah, Jerry, you're going to have to stay here and do some killing.
I'm going to throw away my other tactical card. Well, so I'm done. I don't get to attack or do
Jerry,
anything,
you got any fisties? Oh, yeah, you got a 350, which is exactly what you need. If you take Henry in there, you could punch that guy to death. And then both of you could play the do not move cards on those guys, right?
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Come on, Henry.
Because you get a reroll with Henry, so 3 is the perfect number of dice, it feels like.
All right, so...
Jerry, how many discard piles do you have?
3. Because you never know.
You gotta play the odds.
All right, so I get 3 in a reroll, and I'm fisty.
That's 2. That's enough to kill him, right?
That's fine. Oh no, you didn't even. No, he needs one more. He needs one more. They have 1 resistance.
I should reroll this one.
Yes. Oh.
No.
Just this one. Just this one.
Oh,
we got it.
That's
a third one.
Yeah, we got it. Well, either way, it's 3. Either way, it's 3. All right, so that is another 1 out of our 3 for this. If I can copy. Let's copy the card.
I got it.
Thanks, everybody.
Oh, but I have to take an action to free you, so you're still pinned.
Is that true?
Oh. Until another hero frees you by spending an action in this location. That means I won't have an action next turn since I'm first. So that's
Oh.
Lovely.
Well, you can use your tactics.
That's true. Yeah. If I'm alive, I will blow up a lot of people. All right. This is the fun part. So first we get our twist. So they might be tricky. Let's see. Poisonous Respiration. The hand size of all heroes is reduced by 1. All heroes must immediately discard it down to the size. So if anybody has 5 cards, discard down to 4.
No, I'm not going to do that. Ha!
Alright, guys, I can just do some random killing next turn.
If we are survived.
Wait, did you use your thing to flip the coin? Or
doubtful. Nope. I didn't get to because I didn't get an action because I got attacked by a dog.
Well, you searched for an action, so...
No, he got a free search.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so... when this guy activates, we use Concussive Device to skip his activation entirely. And Jerry, you're going to do the same for this guy, I guess?
I can only stop him from moving. So, in other words...
so we can roll first. So let's see the guy right underneath us first.
Yeah, that wouldn't help.
Because he has a range attack, so that's...
from activating.
Well, I did play it for that one, so, and it did say before they even activate, so I wouldn't have gotten to see
So then this
way.
one, you
right,
don't want to stop him from moving.
No, there you go. So if you stop him from moving, he doesn't have range, so you can't do anything.
Oh, okay, so I need to play that?
That technically would have been on him.
Well, whatever. I thought...
because you had to do it before you played him.
All right.
So he can technically...
Oh, well, guess what? It doesn't matter anyway, because Peter made me discard that card to attack with the fists.
Oh,
I love how
all right.
I made you do it.
We're definitely going to lose here, then.
I made you do it.
You made me do it.
Okay, does anybody have a card that helps me, take less damage or not die?
A monster within one
No.
play before an ally performs a brawl attack. Nope. Play before a minion or elite attacks to prevent it from attacking. But that's only on my space.
Within what range? Gosh darn it, Peter. All right, well, here we go. So this guy's attack on me. 2. I'm down to 1 card.
And if you die, we lose, right?
Yep.
All right.
Correct.
Well, this is bad.
I mean, yeah, sorry. I should have insisted more upon using my attack card because I know how the game goes, but I was trying to be a team player, but sorry about that.
Well, that's all right. I mean, you said the game was going to take about an hour. If we played much longer, it would be more than an hour. So there's that.
So this guy gets extra movement, so he's in here. Now, I think the last guy will attack you, Peter, if I survive this attack. Because you are earlier in turn order and he's equidistant. So that's the one saving grace here. I just need to not roll 2 bullets.
Yeah.
This is a pretty tall order.
Miss.
Pretty tall order.
Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say, well.
Oh! Wow.
Yes, sir.
Actually, there's a guy in 12 still. This guy has range. So he's attacking you with range from here, Peter. So go ahead and roll 2 dice against yourself.
I mean,
yeah, it's diagonal adjacent. I didn't get the tiles 100%.
We'll pretend it is, because that's better for us. 1. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. C.
Nice. And hold on, we're not done yet. This guy all the way in the bottom corner has 3 move. Oh, God. All right, hey. We're not done yet. This guy. All right, here we go. Got to do it again. Ah.
Oh, wow.
And there.
Wait. Where was that guy coming from?
That.
He moved 3?
Yeah, an extra move.
Yep. I mean, again, these guys are going to be able to attack at range 3, 5, 6 of the time because there's only 1 blank face. Whether they move in there or not is a question.
Next turn, we would have gotten the Henry thing done, too. Because I could have definitely killed 2 of those.
Oh, I was going to move out and shoot a bomb in there.
Well, no, dude.
Sorry, Mike.
We got to get Henry. Oh, my gosh. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, so I will say one thing. The first mission is, in my experience, the one where this kind of ending happens most frequently, at least of the initial 3 missions. The second one has slower moving enemies who are tougher, so it becomes kind of more like a puzzle of how to get around them. So people watching, don't assume that every game of Fireteam Zero goes like this. Just, unfortunately, a lot of the ones that go in the easiest kind of tutorial mission go like this. Which, is not the best game.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, so let's...
I think I would have preferred it if you couldn't, or if you could have chosen who they attacked within that space.
It would definitely make things easier. Probably a little bit too easy. You could almost just all be on the same space all the time and be almost immune, to their attacks. You know what I mean?
I mean, we would have been taking, an average of 6 damage that round?
Yeah.
And you stopped one of them.
Divided 3.
So,
Yes.
All right.
That's still a lot.
I mean, but I guess you can't talk game or impressions of this game without talking about the randomness that is what just happened there, which is dying. And let's be honest, if it was our first game without, Mike, forgoing the fact that you thought we should blow stuff up, like, that's because you've played before, right? So for 3 people who hadn't and just made one decision not to do that, and we lost this coin for no apparent reason.
Yes, it's such a it is a game that can totally have a bad taste in your mouth in the first experience. And I'm sorry that we kind of had a clinical example of the worst first experience for the game. But yeah, like I can give my impressions first.
Well, you could have attacked first too. That would have helped
a
little bit. That would have saved one attack on us.
Yes, I did and I mean, again, I've played this mission before, and I forgot that the one thing locks you down from having an action. So
I mean, lesson learned: always attack first.
Well, not only does it lock you down from having an action, it forces somebody else to spend an action too to free you.
Right, which we still didn't do.
Yep. And
so
if you're
he
off
would have
by
lost
yourself,
another action.
I mean, yes, there are many
number of cards.
There are many frustrating.
So why didn't
you
flip this coin over? I'm sorry. Was there something, or how could you have done it?
Well, it was an action to do that with my field tourniquet. I thought I was going to attack after I reconned. Yes, if I.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I had a card that was defensive. Again, this is a first time experience. Now, how long did it take us to play? Probably 30 minutes. So, I mean.
Yes. And it's quick enough to set everything up. You just literally shuffle the recon cards again, flip the spawn tokens over, and you're good to go.
That doesn't bother me as much. Jerry, I feel like you're going to be the lowest on this. Did you want to talk first? I just know Jerry and his love of...
No, I didn't mind it at all. The only part I didn't like was the flip a card, lose half your life, or half the team's life.
I mean, I do... I forgot to say, I do house rule that out in my plays. It's kind of like the lose one mystery card or whatever in Arkham or in Eldritch Horror. It's like... Sometimes you have cards that aren't fun, and sometimes you just shouldn't play with those cards.
It's kind of weird that that they just like. I mean, because we would have been fine if we didn't get that card randomly, or if we'd gotten it after you had already gotten killed.
Yeah, for that kind of card to be in the deck, I think you need to have more than just the one life, right?
Right.
Yeah, or make it mitigatable. Like be like, hey, unless somebody discards X number of cards. Or something like that. Like I think any of those would be a fine solution for it.
I think, but other than that, I mean, I like the concept of it.
Yeah, I liked everything you were doing on your turn a lot. But I think I'm going to agree with you guys on the randomness stuff. Like, it's just kind of random. that it is that random. I mean, I definitely should have made myself more tanky. Like I could have taken the tank one and ignored an attack. Also, we split up right from the beginning because we didn't know what we were doing. So again, I think that...
Yeah, but splitting up doesn't seem to matter that much because it always attacks the first player anyway.
Well...
So even if you're together, it doesn't really matter.
If I was able to get up with you guys, though, if I wasn't stuck in the corner here, if I could have gotten there, then I would have been tanking those things. Not that I am...
Well, generally splitting up is often better for survival to an extent. Because instead of me taking 4 attacks, like each of us might have taken 1. You know what I mean? If we were all differently distant from enemies. So yeah, actually getting all together, I kind of forgot this, can be the most dangerous thing to do. Although you get to use like your powers and might defend each other. So it all depends on what's.
Well, you got to split up to get to the spawn points.
Right.
To search too.
For sure.
Yeah. So there was definitely some stuff we could have done better and would have done better. So I mean, for how fast the game is. That didn't bother me.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had for playing with people who know the game. I don't think I've ever had this take more than like an hour.
It's pretty, you said it was going to be an hour. I mean, we probably played in 30 minutes. Now we didn't.
Well, we didn't make it off the first tile.
Yes, to be fair. I'm not sure how I feel about these guys just respawning every time.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, it's very interesting that they picked this for the first scenario. And my apologies, I probably should have done the second one.
Is every scenario respawn the same guys over and over and give you no benefit for killing them?
Yes. But like here, for example, the second scenario, number 1, you can kind of see it in this like little mini map. There are like 5 spots to take 2 movement on the entire board. Everything else takes 1 movement. So first of all, you can move way better. You have way more flexibility in your own movement. The spawn pool would have been 3 of the fast guys and 3 of these only 1 movement guys that are way stronger but are super slow, which makes it again like more of a how can I get around these people instead of like knowing that they're always going to attack somebody. And then the next one has kind of the same mix. Again, has fewer orange, although there are a good number. And also has a boss, who's pretty freaking tough. Let's see if I can find him. So yeah, it's really a horrible, and my apologies for teaching you guys the game with it, because it's also the simplest, to be fair. It's only like really 1 enemy type you have to worry about, but it is a horrible first scenario in my opinion, like with multiple frustration points. So anybody watching, now that you know how to play the game, I would not recommend playing the first scenario if you play it yourself. I would just skip right to the second scenario.
I did have fun with what we were doing, though. I like the dice. I like how they worked. I like the being able to assist each other. I'm not sure I love... So in Gears of War, it didn't feel like you lost as many cards as quickly. Here it's like...
Well, don't forget, Peter, in Gears... You would just draw 1 card a turn.
That's the killer in Gears.
So when you got your butt kicked, you would like have 1 card for forever until somebody like came over, because nothing boosts your cards beyond what you actually have in the moment. Because you play 1 card a turn and you draw 1 card a turn, so you stay at the exact same number. Yeah. This one I think is much more forgiving, because if you can, like literally, if I'd survived that turn, that last guy had not hit me twice, I would have been back to all 5 cards the very next turn.
Yeah, because that's what I remember about Gears, is like, you're down to 1 card and you're only ever at 1 card.
But don't you have healing cards in your deck?
You do. Like, yeah, there are ones that are like, if you don't move this turn, or like if you play this on yourself, you'll draw 2 more cards. Then usually you don't get to attack very strong.
Sure,
so
and somebody else could give you 2 more cards too, if I remember.
Correct, absolutely.
Yeah, so there were ways to get out of it. Yeah, but in Gears, you spawned 1 every turn, but it wasn't like you spawned however many you killed, I feel like, also. So you could clear the map a little bit. I know I'm comparing these two, and they're not necessarily comparable. I'm just thinking.
No, I think they're incredibly comparable. I was just going to say, I think they both have their pluses and minuses. Because the big thing with Gears is, we're talking about Gears of War, the board game, for everybody watching. The big thing with Gears of War, if you remember, is that it's very, like, gamey. Because... like the best thing usually is to leave a single enemy of each type alive and then try to like kind of string them along, because if you kill everybody of a type, then they get like a better activation, or you skip their cards and you get other people activating more, or you get like a big spawn. So while this one is kind of frustrating in that you don't like necessarily make headway, I find at least the consistency of what happens in some ways preferable to the kind of like weird like gaminess of the Gears of War spawning system.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I like this spawning system better. Like, it doesn't bother me that you kill them and they immediately come back so much. It bothered me a little bit in this scenario because they move so fast.
Well, yes.
Because they effectively move 3 and ignore rough terrain, which in this map, they're much, much faster than you.
Correct.
And it's very easy to get
here's the thing. From here, almost every spot on the board can hit you. Like, if you are in the middle of the board here. And you have to be to get this spawn point, right? And so it's just, I guess, when you come to the middle, that's when you use your satchel charge or whatever. And just blow them all up so you don't have to deal with them. They'll spawn at the end of the turn, but at least they won't activate against you this turn. There was literally...
Or one player goes to the middle, and one player's over here, and one player's over here, and you try to split their attacks in,
Yeah, I mean, that's something else to think about. We did need to be gamier about that. I didn't realize... there's no point.
Well, I didn't explain diagonal movement. I forgot that they attacked the person early in the turn order. So
those aren't the kind of things you want to learn about your first game anyway. You almost want to get your butt kicked early, set it up, play it again. We'd play in less than an hour the second time. If we didn't have another video coming up, I would have suggested resetting it up and playing again.
Right.
But there's some good stuff.
So I have a question about. Is whether it's this scenario in particular or if it's all scenarios. So the recon cards, like, I generally dislike it when there's like find this card and it could be anywhere in the deck.
Yes.
This one,
I do too.
I don't know if it's exacerbated because there's 12 separate ones, but we would have had to have explored all of them but one to win.
There are always 12 separate ones, and I believe every scenario I've played has at least one card in the deck that you must find to win the scenario.
You might need to house rule that and like shuffle it in. I don't know. But
yeah, I have not done that because usually they have something akin to the acquire specimen samples that like sort of is separate from the recon and still makes the game go a little bit long even if they come early or short. But I agree with you, Jerry, and I don't even know what the right number is because I think if you like shuffle one in the top half and one in the bottom half, you still have the exact same problem. So you kind of need to like, maybe like we could house rule that you get some bonus each time you draw a card after card 9. You haven't found it yet. You know what I mean? Like you get extra lucky coin because the game hates you or something like that.
But that would have been frustrating. Like, and they could have been the first 2 cards.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, since
I like
we
I like the combat system.
All
right, so I want to focus on the positive for a second here. I really like this dice combat system. Now, there's not really any mitigation in it. I guess Henry helps you by letting you re-roll. But there's not a lot of mitigation. But I do like the 3 different types of attacks. I like that they're represented differently on the dice. I like that explosives are actually feel different because you blow up everything in the space. And then some monsters are more defensive against different types of stuff. Like a lot of that is really cool to me. So there is a lot to like here.
When my favorite thing, I like the combat too, but my favorite thing by far, even though we didn't do a ton of them, is the bottom effects. Because they are ultra cooperative, like among the most cooperative stuff I've seen in
I'm trying
game
to
of this
figure
type.
out. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Monster at 0, monster at 1. Yeah, I mean, it would have just helped you attack.
I mean, I would say there is mitigation though, Goose. I mean, in this one there is the reroll guy, but there's also your focus card that lets you, you can mitigate a certain type of attack. You just make sure you do that attack.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you're over. I'm just saying, if you roll Yahtzee, right? If you just roll, wherever it is.
Oh, right, but there are cards that let you
if you just roll this.
People have cards that can help you,
by
using that bottom action. Yeah, I like the bottom action thing too. I mean, we didn't use it too much because after the first turn, I got a little scared of not having cards in my hand.
Yes.
But for example, the cards I had, most of the cards I had in my hand, allowed you to. I could have helped you move. I didn't see that.
This is a weird scenario again because all the enemies are so weak. Like we have a lot of cards that boost people's attacks, which is great when you're fighting the 6 health guys over here. Not so great, and actually 8 health in many cases because they have armor, resistance. But not so great when you're fighting the animals, where it's like, who cares?
So we do have a couple comments. Celia says, missed the run, only made it for the impressions. So,
you didn't miss much.
It wasn't much of a run. It's funny. We're going to have 20 minutes of impressions, 20 minutes of rules explanation, and 20 minutes of gameplay. So there's a little bit of that. So Dr. Hand says, how many scenarios are there?
So there are 9 in the base game. Again, split sort of narratively and enemy group-wise into 3 campaigns of 3, but they're all really one-off scenarios. So these were the Children of Typhon, I think. Then you get another set of elite minion and boss for the fetch, and you get another boss elite minion set for the other ones. And then each of them also has a unique set of 8 twist cards, 4 of which you use in a given game. So really nice variety out of the base game, I think, in terms of the scenarios and like in terms of the enemies you face.
One that you just kind of answered his other question, which was how varied are the objectives across the scenarios? You talked about it a little earlier. There's usually a find something in the stack of recon.
Yeah, like in the next one, let me look at it.
Do the boss ones feel like boss fights, or do they feel kind of like this?
Oh, the boss ones are super like boss. I mean, boss ones remind me a lot of Deep Madness, Peter, where like it's not just like you can kill the boss, but usually you have to like do something objective related before they're vulnerable. But yeah, so for the second one, just to give you an example, you need to find the infected well. That one is pretty basic, except you need to get specifically the demolitionist to it and blow it up, which I guess could be a frustration point if the demolitionist is half across the board. But that one's a little different. And then you also have to find a survivor and escort them to the exit. And until you escort them, you have fewer cards in your hand. So, it's not like you're playing a totally different game, but the mix of different enemies, very different maps. I mean, the maps feel drastically different sometimes, and like different objectives, I think gives it pretty good legs. And again, just out of the base game, because unfortunately it's very tough to find many of the expansions for this one, because again, it's like
now,
pretty
do you
much
have
out
a
of print.
timer? I understand you have a timer that turned over the twists, but like once you're at the end, does something?
I mean, dude, look at some of these. Nothing else happens. You just die, because the first one would have meant we only had 4 cards in our hand instead of 5. This one means they do a minimum of 2 damage every time they attack. If they attack, you have to discard the cards they damage at random. Man. And you cannot move out of a location with a minion or elite.
So you're encouraged to go fast, but you have to get to 12 of these spots? I mean, I can't even imagine.
Well, we would have had to get to 11.
Yes. So, but again, it's super swingy. Do you have to get to 12? It is... I think to fully enjoy this one, you either have to house rule it, or you have to be very okay with kind of extreme challenge and randomness, which I would say is also true with Gears of War. So if you don't like that aspect of Gears, even though I think some things are improved in this, I don't think you'll like this one either.
Yeah, I almost feel like we should have done the exact opposite. I feel like we were on the right track at the beginning of the game, and we should have stuck with that, where Mike just stayed on the left side, Jerry went up the middle.
Well, except you should have taken Henry.
Yeah.
That would have been the one
you didn't have
thing.
to kill that guy. I could have killed him, right? And then taken Henry
exactly.
this way, and you could have come this way right from the beginning. I could have even given you extra movement, stuff like that. So, all right. So I'm starting to like it more and more because I'm seeing tactical things you can do to make it more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting. It seems to me the designers, had an idea that they didn't want it to be a co-op that it's very easy to win, but instead of making it just difficult to, win the game from a puzzle standpoint, they just made it so random that sometimes you just lose. All right.
Yeah, but
yes.
For me, again, the combat was really cool. I still like that. The combat, including the card play and everything else.
I agree with that.
And I always love combat systems. First of all, I like resource management, so the fact that you're using your own cards, you can you could theoretically attack for a ridiculous amount if you're willing to really put yourself out there. I like that. And I'm a big fan of the all or nothing kind of combat systems, or where they damage somebody. So Gears of War, this one, Valor and Villainy, any of those where you have to put health track tokens down, but it's did you kill them? Did you wound them? It's they have one or two states and that's it. I always like those kind of systems.
I think I like Valor and Villainy better than this, but this one's
absolutely.
This one's not bad. So a question. So you brought out this boss here, the Cupbearer.
Yes, the Cupbearer.
So you can roll a maximum of 8 dice.
Yeah, so killing him with one attack is not going to be easy, is what you're saying?
But you can only kill him with one attack. There's no injury.
Well, right. So I think...
I mean, I don't know. Can you get 12 on 8 dice?
I mean, certainly.
With bullets?
Yeah,
if you get all doubles, clearly, that would be 16.
But yeah, I think the scenario lowers his armor.
If you do stuff.
Let me look at this real quick. But I might be wrong about that. Oh shoot, it's in the specific.
On the card.
By the way, I didn't say this, but this is something that you all might be interested in. You do level up for each successive mission. So in Act 3, the boss one, you'll have 2 level ups. And what that means is you get 2 extra focus cards, one that give you ongoing abilities. And I didn't show you these, but if you want to look at them, there are upgrade cards in sets of 4, all 4 are the same card. And each successive mission you play, you get to pick a group of 4 of them and add them to your deck.
So does this +1 mean +1 hit?
That's one automatic
so there you
hit,
go, Jerry.
in addition to however many dice you roll.
What?
Cards like this give you +1 automatic hit.
Yeah, and there's a lot of those in the upgrade deck. So
I
again,
could have used that on the boss, I guess. Inflict a total of 12 damage.
Now, is the boss considered a monster?
Yes, I believe.
Inflict it. Well, it said minions and elite when it cared.
Oh, okay. All right. So, I mean, yeah, that would be a very easy way to kill the boss then. Like,
So you just have to hold on to Wrath of God, I guess.
or just get in a space with him with Wrath of God. Like, what? You could do it whenever you see him.
It doesn't even have to be in your space; just has to be on the tile.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Well, no, he's not an elite. The boss is a boss.
It doesn't say
Elite,
minion or
boss,
elite;
and
it
minion
just
are
says
the three.
monster.
Yeah, that
well,
seems
never
good.
mind.
Frank Two Penny Eaton.
But anyway, yeah, I think that's
Yeah, that's cool.
what there
All right,
is.
everybody. Well, we're going to go away for a minute. I am going to shut down the stream, but we will be right back literally in less than 10 minutes with our next stream, which is going to be World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King. So, thanks for teaching us, Mike.
Yeah, I'm glad we died early.
Nice. We would have had nothing but positive things to say, and everybody would have run out to buy the game, and they couldn't get it. So we did the right thing here. We showed them worst case scenario.
We save people from themselves.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in a way, I like that the scenario went this way because it is showing the biggest flaws in the system, like right up there. I don't know if people saw the best parts of the game, but this is one that I would definitely say buy with caution, especially since it's going to be tougher to track down. So I'm glad that we were educational in our playthrough.
Well, I had fun. I did like what we were doing. So, I mean, even with the randomness that's in there. I tell you what, I am much happier it went this way than getting down 11 cards and then dying on the last turn. That would have frustrated me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get going because Mike's typing. All right. I will see you later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.